Okay. Well, we have a couple visitors today, and they're a little shy, so I couldn't get them on the camera. That's okay. They really came to see cats. They didn't really come to be on TV, a TV show. So we're getting a lot of nice comments as they travel around Cat's Cradle. They thought there was a fee, but I told them that we're going to waive the fee. But they insisted on giving us a donation, so that's always nice. I'm just going to put these earphones on and see if we're good. Okay? All right. We are good. You have to have earphones on when you want to hear yourself. Otherwise, you get this feedback. As you speak, it goes into the microphone and then it comes out of the TV, and then the TV picks up another cycle. And then before you know it, you've got a big squealing noise, and it's because of that feedback. So that's why you see people when they're doing YouTube videos and so forth. And many times they have headphones on. That's what that's all about. So I was working with AI last night, and what we're trying to do is to get more views on our 1 hour long video, which was done. Well, it was done over a 2 year period, and it's finally shown to different film festivals last year. Did very well, but no donations from anybody that saw the film, even though it was very well received. In fact, it was shown in Seattle, did well with the first showing, and they scheduled another showing. And the second showing, it was packed. The theater was packed, and from what I understand, there were people in the audience that were crying at different parts of the movie, which is always a good sign, I guess. So we then got a copy of it to post on YouTube, and did that yesterday. So we'll see how it does in YouTube, because our YouTube channel, isn't doing very well. You know, we've had it for quite a while, but we only have 700 subscribers, and we can't make any money from it unless we have 1,000 subscribers. So maybe we'll get some more subscriptions from people to see this movie. I hope so. I hope to. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. It's Thursday, which means it's trash day. So, like a good husband, I've taken the trash out to the street, and I'll bring them back later. In the meantime, today we're hosting two wonderful ladies from the Parish area, which is south of Tampa, and they're both cat women who do a lot of volunteering, and we appreciate them stopping by. But they just didn't want to be on camera. I fully understand that, because Terry doesn't like to be on camera. I don't mind. I don't mind. So the film, which some of you may have seen it, some of you may have seen the film. It's 71 minutes long, and it's a good documentary, I guess you'd call it. Um, Goes through everything that we do here and why we do it, but it kind of makes light of something which I thought really should have been the heart of the movie, and that is the fact that Terry got COVID when we were visiting visiting a vet's office. And it was packed at the time, and she thinks that's where she got it. Anyway, it really took her down. It took her down to the point where she was in ICU for, oh, I guess 2 weeks. She didn't know anything. She didn't know anybody. She was delusional. They didn't really know it was COVID. Nobody wants to admit that, I guess. Finally, they decided to treat her as though it was COVID, and by that time it was too late. Her kidneys had already stopped working. So we finally got her out of the hospital. Pretty sad time. And then her kidneys started working again. Imagine that. Boy, I cried like a baby. So she doesn't have to go through dialysis anymore. She's very lucky. But at the same time she was in the hospital, we had a hurricane here. Hit our sanctuary, Hurricane Milton, and it took down our fences. It toppled, I don't know how many trees. I've lost count. 6 or 8, maybe 10 trees were toppled down, and some of them went into the venues. Others just kind of crashed. But what a mess! So I had to deal with the aftermath of a terrible hurricane at the sanctuary while Terry was in the hospital. It was not a fun time. But maybe the distraction was a good thing at the time, because of course I was seeing her every day, and children were seeing her also. We just didn't know how it was going to turn out, so we went every day and spent some time with her, even though she didn't know who we were. Crazy time. But the point I'm making is that segment, was part of the movie, but it really wasn't played like it should have been. It was a wonderful storyline, which should have really been the heart of the movie, because there was everything that a good story should contain. It had suspense, because we didn't know whether we were going to be able to continue Cat's Cradle after this damage. Tension, of course, the tension of Terry being in the hospital. But in any event, we're trying to make up for that by hyping the film for what it is. It's a wonderful story of survival, for her to survive and for Cat's Cradle to survive. I think it makes a great story. So we'll see how many viewers we have of that movie. But I'm very disappointed in the filmmaker. I told him, there's a wonderful underlying suspense going on here as you're talking about Cat's Cradle. And I gave him some pictures of the damage and this and that, and he kind of minimized it. And I think that's why the film didn't do as well as it could have. Didn't do as well as it could have. I think if he had made a better storyline, I think it could have won some awards. But he's more of a technical type filmmaker, as opposed to the one that is a good storyteller. Anyway, they got it done, and like I said, it was shown in different film festivals. I guess the Seattle Film Festival was the largest one, and it did very well there. We were hoping for some awards, but they didn't happen. So now I have the film, and I went ahead and put it on YouTube, and hopefully we have a wider audience, and maybe some of those folks that have seen the film will subscribe to our channel. I'd love for our channel to get built up. It's only 700 subscribers at this point, and we need to do better than that. We can't make any money with 700 subscribers. We need to have the rule is you need to have 1,000 subscribers, and you need to have 40 hours of viewing time over the last 12 months. We don't have either of those right now. But if a lot of people watch this movie, which is over an hour long, maybe we can get up there. And once you're monetized, you can start making a little bit of money from your YouTube channel. Nothing like the people that are selling stuff. Like, it's kind of funny that the ones that seem to be making the most money are the ones that are on YouTube selling courses on how to use YouTube to make money. So eventually they're going to run out of customers. They're really cannibalizing their own operation by doing it that way. Well, in any event, I guess that's my rant for today. But you can see that everything's well here in our um, the Pokey's kitchen, and we are going to start making some cooking shows. I'm sorry if you tuned in expecting to see one today, but we're just kind of recovering from yesterday where we had the vet come out and vaccinate all 30 cats, which is that's traumatic for everybody, including us. We have to get the cats together and then put them in one location. It could be in a building, it could be in the lobby, it could be in one of the enclosures. And then during the course of about 3 hours, the vet and his assistant go to these locations and they vaccinate the cats that are there. And it's a very stressful time for Terry. She does not look forward to this. We go through it every year. Every year we go through it, and of course every year we have to pay that expense, and the expense is usually about $1,500 for them to come out here and spend the better part of a day um, vaccinating our cats. But it's something that needs to be done. We do have raccoons which come around here, which probably are carriers of rabies. We don't know that for sure, but they frequently are. And we also have possums. They come around. They don't bother the cats. They just come around because they want to check the food dishes, to see if there's any food left over. Because raccoons, they love cat food. You may know that already. Well, thanks for tuning in. I better get back with the group. I think Terry's got them over in Treehouse Village right now, and the two ladies are quite wonderful. They're raving about everything, which of course I love hearing. And we're just happy that they were able to make it here today. Unfortunately, they just came the day after just a massive um, drain on us with the vet coming. But in any event, we rallied, and we're happy to have visitors. Anybody else that wants to come, just send us a note, or if you're an Airbnb subscriber, you can find us on Airbnb. Excuse me. Under the Experiences program, we're there. And glad we're back on Airbnb. They had taken our listing off for I guess about a year and a half. They delisted a whole bunch of folks, and we were one of them that got delisted. And then we recently got back with Airbnb, so we hope to be bringing in some folks that are coming to Tampa to take a cruise, or for different reasons they're here in Tampa, and they find us on Airbnb and they come here. We've probably had maybe 20 groups when Airbnb was active the first time, and most of them had come to Tampa for a cruise, and they had some extra days either before the cruise or after the cruise. And for the most part, they're delightful people, and most of them, I guess, all of them love cats, or they wouldn't have come. But that's kind of it for today. It's probably more than you wanted to know, and hopefully. Hopefully this is coming through. I'm going to take a quick look at my Gmail account, and since I'm a subscriber, I should get a notification that there's a new YouTube video. Let's see. Yeah, I see it. YouTube is live at 10:14. So, and if you want, I'll put a link to this video on Facebook if you want to share it with somebody. It looks like it came through okay. All right, that's it for now, guys. Thanks everybody that supports us and all the crazy things that we're doing. I've been pushing hard for the chapel, the tribute chapel, and I think it's probably about a half done, maybe a little more than half completed, and that means it'll be here in about 3 weeks, and that'll be exciting. We're going to be making we're going to be engraving some bricks they're really pavers. We're going to be engraving some pavers with our laser machine for our guardian angels. They're going to be represented in the tribute chapel, and we hope some other folks will be interested in purchasing a paver for the tribute chapel. And hopefully we'll have people that they think enough of the idea and they think enough of what we're doing here that they'll make the pilgrimage to Cat's Cradle. Here comes one of our kitties. This is Crumpet. It's coming over. Hi, Crump. Coming over to check out things. You okay? Come on. Probably come up here in a minute. Just snooping around. So leave a comment if you would. I'd like to know that people are seeing our videos. We go to a lot of trouble to get make the studio, if you want to call it that, usable. Good lighting, good sound, and a multitude of cameras. We have a camera which, when we're cooking, we can shoot the front counter. If we're making something on the front counter, we can do a long shot of the host, which is what you're seeing now. And then we have another camera which will shoot the back counter. So if there's prep being done in the back counter, at the back counter, you'll be able to see that. All I have to do is switch back and forth between cameras like I'm going to do now. Let's see. Okay. This is the front counter where you can see the preparations being done. And this is the back counter, the counter in the back. Right now there's a big bag on the counter, but it won't be there when we're making something. All right, so that's about it, guys. Probably more than you wanted to know, but I love doing the videos. I know I'm not the most energetic and fun and really entertaining guy, but you know, you're kind of stuck with me because I am an integral part of the sanctuary, and of course I built out the new outdoor kitchen, and we deliberately made the counters kind of low so the kitties can jump up on the counters, and even the older ones will be able to get up here and participate in what's going on in terms of the preparations of the treats. So I'm going to sign off for now. Love you guys. Thank you for helping us. Thank you, guardian angels. You're wonderful, 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 wonderful. Thank you for hanging in there with us. I hope you think that the value is there. We do have some wonderful kitties. I know you don't see them on camera all the time, but they're here. Crumpet. I think Crumpet has found something on the floor here, maybe some leftover catnip. He's kind of engrossed on that. So that's about it, guys. I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. So until next time, be good to your cats.